Hey guys, wanted to go ahead and just do a really quick overview of the UE350. I'm just going to first put all the images, which shows page by page my thoughts. And this will be a very, very quick review. As you know, if I don't like something, it's a quick review. If I love something, it's a long review. So this is going to be a quick review. Okay, so too long didn't read. I used all of the stock ear tips. I used Duno SSS. Basically, I kept tip rolling and tip rolling and tip rolling, and no matter what I did, I could never just make this sound good. Too long didn't read. What this sounds like, this is a dark sounding IM. Female vocals sound pitched down, as in deeper voiced. The bass is muddy, and a lot of the bass and the instruments bleed into vocals. No matter what I did, no matter how many ear tips I used, it was just very dark and smarmy and just not good. And it just, when you look at the notes, you can see I definitely tried. I would play the same song over and over and over and over, no matter what. It just didn't sound good. And at times when it actually sounded good, my thoughts were, there are IEMs that are a fraction of the cost, because this is around $400, that perform better than this. So quite frankly, I don't think I would actually recommend this at $400 price. So this was darker than the Performer 8. This was darker than the Truthier Pure. This was darker than the Zwan NV. This was darker than the Zigot Lush. This was darker than the Explorer. And so this is not, I would say, neutral at all. This is actually dark. And finally, what I did was I did voice monitoring, right? So I used a microphone and I wore these to see what it's doing to my voice. It makes my voice sound like I'm speaking through a ribbon microphone, like the KUFI. What was it called? The KUFI FA, but basically that's darker and warmer than a Shure SM7B. That's darker and warmer than RE20. Basically, this is a very dark IEM, and it makes female vocals sound super like dulled out and dark, and it bleeds into the vocals, and everything just sounds muddy. This is like a muddier version of the Truthier Pure. So I don't think I could go full hand and recommend people spend $500 on this. My only guess as to why it sounds like this is because it's probably meant for drummers or something. I don't know, because sometimes when people are live on stage, they need something that's kind of, I don't know, maybe more bass heavy or something. I remember Lachlan likes a thing. He actually mentioned something like that.
Monitor, you can mean two things. You can mean a studio monitor, and that's a kind of headphone or an earphone that you wear when you're producing the final mix on a track, and you want to be able to hear all the frequencies. You want to be able to hear any kind of issues with the recording, and you want to have a relatively neutral kind of profile so that you don't end up making your final mix all kind of wonky. And so a studio monitor is kind of for critical reference listening. And then you have a stage monitor, and a stage monitor is something that you wear when you're actually performing live on stage. Perhaps you're a drummer or a singer, and in that kind of environment, there's a lot of background noise. You want to be able to hear both your own vocals. E70, I think Audio-Technica was going for a stage monitor. And the reason I say this is because this earphone is actually darker.
Regarding the ATH E70s, and that might be the case going on here, but regardless, I don't think I could vouch paying $400 for this. Basically, it's a muddy mess. That's what it is. And I tried. I mean, if you look in the notes, I definitely tried. And no matter what I did, it was a muddy mess.